28 points, all right? And there is a rubric that you should follow in order um, to be successful in the test, right? And you have to, and the deadline is on the 16th of June until 5 p.m. What you should do, as soon as you finish your test, and you have probably checked several times with the rubric, you have to upload, no, you have to submit the essay to my email that is over there, right? bbuchner@uct.cl, right? You have to use your institutional email, right? From Educa, you can upload. Right? So until 5 p.m., so I think you have enough time to complete your test. But in case you need extra time, I would like to discuss this at the moment. Do you think it is enough time until tomorrow at 5 p.m., or do you think you need more time? I'm all ears.
Maybe uh, more hours would be a good idea. I don't know what
All
my
right.
classmates think.
What do you think? Until what time do you think it would be better? Can you
Well,
suggest? Uh, uh, can you suggest like a time
I would say until 8.
until 8? Let's wait for the rest. All right. What the rest of the students think? Do you agree or not? It doesn't matter if you finish earlier. That would be much better, right? But if you think that at 8 p.m. that's all right as well. But I would like to reach an agreement with you, right? So everybody can agree. What do you think?
Hi.
Okay.
I
Hello.
I personally think that it would be good to have more time, even though I will try to do it today because I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to get behind other classes.
All
But
right.
I think that if we have more time, we could like draft it a little bit, so we could revise it and
All right.
then send in the final version. So it would be nice if we had more time, a little bit more time. Yeah, just a few hours.
All right. So let's let's postpone it until 8, right? Until 8, that would be probably good for everybody, right? But in case, do you think is it enough, right? Or not? One day?
I think it depends on everybody's like own
Yeah,
timing because some people need more time to probably search for like I don't know sites or something like that. But I
yeah,
think the more time the better. So
yes,
I
yes,
mean
of
at
course.
least for me it's okay.
Yes, because the thing is that if you finish earlier, it's okay. But okay, I will give you until 12 p.m., right? So you will have the whole day, tomorrow the whole day, but at 11, no, at 12,
Mister,
uh, yes,
is it for tomorrow or for today?
for tomorrow.
Oh wow! I
Because
thought it was
today,
for today.
I think today is the 15th, right? And let me check. It's for tomorrow. So it's not for today because
Ah,
I feel that not everybody has good internet connection. So probably one student might start later. So I consider that problem, that issue, right, with technical issues. So I gave you one day, one day, 24 hours and a little bit more. But I will accept until midnight, right? Until midnight, so tomorrow midnight, because I don't want you to do it very quickly because um, I wanted to do it carefully, right? Take your time, check several times until you feel comfortable, and then submit your test, right? That would be the ideal way to do the test, right? It's not just do it quickly because probably if you do it in that way, uh, it's a little bit risky, right? So I think it's much better if you do it carefully. Right? I think that the second test will be different. The second test, in the final test, you will have to do it within a time limit, right? But for this test, you can you have until tomorrow, right? Anyway, let's imagine that you have technical problems. We never know; it can happen, right? If you have technical problems, after the problem is solved, you send me an email, and I will understand. It does. You don't feel stressed, right? If sometimes I don't know, the internet might go down probably or may crash. If that happens, don't feel stressed. You can send me an email and I will consider that, right? All right, let's go to the instructions then. First of all, you have to select a topic. Probably most of you have already selected your topic, right? From the list below, and start doing your research to collect strong evidence. I think that most of you probably have decided which topic you are going to write about, right? Because I uploaded this last week, I think, right? You have to select just one of these topics, not two or three, just one, right? Then you have to prepare an outline, all right, for a 5-paragraph essay. But the outline is just for you. I don't want to see your outline. It's just for you, right? If you don't want to do the outline, it's at your own risk. But it's much better if you do it in order to organize your ideas properly in a clear way, right? Then you will have to bear in mind that you need to use the APA, right? It can be 6th or 7th edition, right? And where you can find the APA, you can find it here. Here you don't have the APA, the complete APA, but you have the main points, right? The main aspects, especially for referencing and citation, right? You can click here and you will find some aspects, some important aspects for citation, because there are different ways to cite, right? But we're going to use APA for our purpose, right? Because this is the referencing format that the university uses, right? Do you have any questions until or so far up to this point, or is it completely clear? No questions? All right, let's move on then. Here we have the topics. I'm going to read them very quickly, since this is the most reliable instrument to measure, right? Second, English native speakers are the best teachers. Mobile phones should be banned at schools as they hinder English language learning. School marks should be abolished. Teachers should transmit knowledge. As a teacher of English, you should keep yourself away from well Englishes. I think that the best way to teach grammar is inductively. Grammar translation should not be used in the classroom. The communicative approach is the best method to teach English. It is nonsense to assert that we are living in the post-method era. Teachers construct identities through their career. Sorry, this is a mistake here. And 12, if students were highly motivated and independent, teachers would not exist. And finally, language comes before thought. So you have to decide which topic is more appealing for you, and then you can collect some evidence and write your 5-paragraph argument. And regarding the number of words, you have to consider from 600 to 700 words. I think it's not very long. It's a short essay, right? But you have to consider that it is a 5-paragraph argumentative essay, right? And after that, you have to bear in mind that there is a rubric that I will use to evaluate the essay. Let's see the rubric, but before, I would like to know whether you have questions. in relation to-
Yes, Mr. I have a question.
What is it?
The point letter B, the write a 5-paragraph argumentative essay containing 60 words until, yes, the 700 words. Is it
Yeah.
compulsory? What happens if we have more?
Yes, this is a very good question that most writers ask when they start writing. There is a law, right? Like an implicit law that you have 10% of how do you say flexibility. So it means that you can write 770 words, right? But if you write, for example, 1,000 words, that would be too much. And in that case, the rest of the words probably wouldn't be read. So I think it is much better to consider that you should not write beyond 770 words, right? And not less than, I think, 530 words. So there is a kind of flexibility, right? It's not just, if you write, for example, for 400 words, probably it would be very short and you will lose some points, right? And if you write 1,000 words, you will also lose some points. So it's much better if you consider 10% of flexibility. Right?
Okay, thank you.
What?
I have a question.
Yes, what is it?
Regarding the outline, I mean, I know that it's just for us, but it guides the reading. So I was reading the rubric, and it says argument includes 2 well-crafted criticism.
Yeah.
So those have to be.
But it's like, let me see. It is like here.
Criticism, yeah. So that would mean that the criticism is in 2 different paragraphs, or that it's one paragraph with different criticisms. I don't know if I explained myself, because the outline that you suggested, it's like pro point, support, con point, rebuttal, pro point 2, support. So if we have only 5 paragraphs, we should have 3 paragraphs for opinion. I mean, for the opinions, for the body.
Yes, for the development.
So which outline would you recommend, or can you recommend an outline?
Yes. The idea is that you take a position, right? A position. We usually take a position against the prompt, but not necessarily. I can also defend the one, right? But let's imagine that you take a position, but you have to show both sides, all right, of the same regarding the same topic. All right, not only show your own position. So if you have 3 different paragraphs, what I would do in the first paragraph, probably I would show the other position, right? The position against my point, right? And in the second point, I would provide my own position, right? And in the third, probably I would find like a balance between both, right? But it means that in the third paragraph, I will contrast and compare both positions, but I will defend my position in order to convince the reader, right? That's what I will do, right? But there are many ways you can do it. The thing is that you should not just show just one position. You should show both positions, right? Do you understand what I mean? Is it clear or not?
Yes, that's what I was asking. Why I was asking if when we needed for excellent, we need 2 well-crafted criticisms, so we could include one in the first one and one in the third one.
All right.
So, yeah.
This is a very good question. In the one paragraph, you can provide 2 criticisms as well, right? In just one paragraph. For example, you can say one author says that something, and another author provides also more argument, right? So you can provide 2 critics in the same paragraph. You can use 2 authors in order to provide more evidence, right, in just one paragraph. The thing is that you should present your position and also the opposite position as well. And when I say criticism, I mean that you are considering the other side as well, right? But it doesn't mean that you can show that position in a different paragraph, or you can show in just one paragraph. It's not how to say, it's not compulsory to use one paragraph in one position, right? Have you got any other questions? We're going to see this in detail, right? But I'm going to go back to the test here. And I forgot to tell you that you can work in pairs if you want. It's not compulsory, right? But if you want, you can find a classmate and work together if you want. But if you want to do it on your own, that's good as well. It doesn't have an influence on the marks that you will get, right? There is something here on red that is something I would like to call your attention to, and it's plagiarism is not allowed, and it will be penalized with a minimal score. I know that you will not plagiarize anything. How can you avoid plagiarism? Just citing the sources where you took the information from, right? This is very important. It doesn't mean that you should not use different sources. You can use them, but you need to cite the authors, and in the references, you should also mention where you took the information from, right? Is that clear? I think it is clear, right? Let's move on then to the rubric. Now we're going to go through the rubric point by point. So in case you have questions, just stop me. The thesis statement, we have 4 points as a maximum, all right? And there is no evidence that the student is taking a position. Remember that it is very important that you take a position, right? And the best thesis statement is clearly and creatively states the position taken and outlines the reasons that will be discussed within the body of the essay. Remember that the thesis statement should be written and included in the first paragraph. All right, take that into consideration. Arguments and reasons. The arguments are the evidence that I'm going to use in order to support my position, and also I will show the opposite areas as well. Limited would be there was no attempt to provide reasons to back up the student's claim. Right. On the other hand, excellent is the essay. The essay has 3 solid reasons why the student is taking a particular position, and each argument is organized with its supporting evidence into separate paragraphs. Remember that there are different ways to organize the paragraph. You can show, for example, in one paragraph, one position. You can write about your position, and immediately in the same paragraph provide the opposite position, right? The opposite side. This is one way. Another way is that you provide your position and then the opposite position, and then you compare them, contrast them, and then you reach an agreement, right? or reach a conclusion, right? Another way is to start with the opposing point. So you have to take a decision in this way. There is not just one ideal way, and none of them is better than the other, right? As long as you develop your ideas in a clear way, right? You can use I think that last week I uploaded some material that you can use as a reference to write your outline, right? And then to develop your essay, right? Have you got any questions regarding the thesis statement and the argument or reasons? All right. Criticism is closely related to your position, right? You should not present just your own idea. You also have to show to present the opposite side, right, of the topic, right? Here, for example, we have the limited version would be argument does not include criticism. On the other hand, argument includes two well-crafted criticism and explains why the position is still better, right? So you have to convince the reader that your position is much better than the other one. Supporting evidence. Here we have students has not provided relevant evidence to back up their argument. Evidence provided is off topic or does not support the argument. On the other hand, we have excellent. Student has compiled 3 or 4 relevant pieces of evidence, right, to support the reason. The evidence is in the paragraph with the appropriate reason. Remember that it does not necessarily mean that you have to include just one paragraph to support your position. You can mix them, right? You can mix your position as in contrast to the opposite position as well. Conclusion. Limited. No conclusion has been provided. Excellent. Essay has a profound conclusion that relates back to the original argument and leaves the reader with something to consider. Remember that the conclusion is closely related to the introduction, right? And to the thesis statement as well, right? Sources. We have here, students did not provide a list of sources consulted, but on the other hand, students have cited all sources consulted in their essay and have used proper APA citation format. Right? And finally, we have grammar and mechanics. And grammar and mechanics are errors severely impede understanding in several areas, and no grammatical or mechanical errors, and the reader's understanding is not impeded. I don't know whether you understand what mechanics deal with. Is it clear for you? Yes? All right. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop presenting, and I will be back to you in a minute. All right, here we are again. So, I think that's enough for today. So if you have any questions, just send me an email, right? Asking whatever you want, right? Okay, remember that in case you have any problems in relation to the internet, just after the problem is solved, send me an email so I can be aware of what happened, right? And consider that for your so as not to take further decision against you, right? And if you have any other questions, yeah, ask me now or send me an email. All right. Further questions?
No.
No. Is it clear? Because for me, I would be very confused. Okay, Camila?
No, I was saying that it was very clear. Thank you.
Very clear. All right. Okay. And I wish you the best. All right. Take your time. Don't do it quickly. Do several drafts. And remember that if you want, you can share your writing with your classmates as well, so you can discuss the idea. The idea is not just to take the test, the idea is also to learn from the test as well, right? And so don't feel afraid. Consult whatever you want. I think somebody's coming. All right. And so that would be everything for today. And thank you very much for your question. I think that if you want, you can leave, but I think that one student has just arrived. I'm going to be with him, with Alberto. And so if you want, you are free to leave, all right? I'm going to continue with Alberto in case he has questions, all right? Thank you very much. and take care.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye. And Alberto, how are you? Bye bye.
Mister?
Yes, and Francisca, tell me.
Yes, it's not a question, but maybe to clarify, can it be in pairs?
Sorry?
The test, like, I mean the essay, can it be in pairs? Because I'm working with another classmate.
Yes, you have to. You can work with another classmate. All right. Yes,
Ah, okay.
no problem. Because you can work by on your own, or you can work with a partner as well, right? If you work with a partner, or if you work alone, it doesn't have an effect on your mark, right?
Ah,
So
okay.
if you have a good partner, a good classmate, okay, do it together.
Okay. That's
All
all.
right.
Thank you, Mister.
Okay. Bye bye. Take care. Hello, Alberto. How are you?
Hello, Mr. Fine, and you?
Fine
How about
too. I'm
yourself?
good. Yes, we were talking about the test.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you got the chance to download the test or not yet?
Yes, I downloaded the PDF
All right.
and I checked the instructions for the test. But I have a question.
All right.
It's regarding the
Yes.
same question as Noemi asked.
Yeah.
The test can be in pairs, right? But it doesn't have to be the same essay we have to upload?
What do you mean? Can you
Because
explain a little?
oh, yeah, we are working the essay in pairs, right?
Yeah. You
But
mean the essays that you had been working before, right?
yes.
All right. Let me show you because there are some topics. Let me show you the test, and we can see together, right?
Okay.
Just 1 second. I need to open the file, and I will share with you. Can you see the test?
Yes, yes, yes.
All right. Okay. The thing is that you can work with another partner, with another classmate, and that would be all right. The thing is that you have to select the topics from here. These are new topics, right?
Okay.
If you are not allowed to write about other topics, you have to take a decision and select from these 13 topics. Just
Okay,
one
we
topic.
have to select one of them. We
One
cannot
of them.
like invent any other.
No, because they're like given. Okay, these topics are
Okay.
given. You have to take a decision because in one way or another we are getting ready for the CAE test or the CTE test. In that test, you are not allowed to decide the topic. All right. So in a way, it's I'm preparing yourself for that test, right?
Okay. But my question was, if we have to work the essay in pairs, we can upload, like me and my partner, the same essay?
Ah, right. Yeah, I understand. Sorry, I thought that you were talking about the topic. No, you were not
No.
talking about
I selected one regarding to grammar, I think.
Yeah. That's all right. No, you have to write just one essay, right? You have to work together in the same essay and upload just one essay, right?
With the name of the two.
Yes, you write both names there, right? So the thing is that you can support each other. That's the
Okay.
idea.
Okay.
You can support each other in that way. If you have some weaknesses or some strengths, you can probably provide support in each other, and probably you can do a better job. But you can also do it on your own if you want. The thing is that if you won't work with a partner or you work on your own, the mark is the same, right? There is no difference. There's no difference in mark.
Okay, so it's more convenient to work with a partner, right?
It depends on you. It depends on your own, how you say, weaknesses and strengths. For me, it would be much better to work with a partner. All right. If I have a good partner, that
Yeah,
would be
so I
great.
have a partner who tell me what's good and what's
Yes.
okay.
So because the thing is that the idea is not just to take the test. The idea is to learn from the test as well, right?
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't know whether you have any other questions. There is here a rubric. Could you have you had the chance to take a look at the
Yes,
rubric?
yes.
All
As soon
right.
as you load it, I want to check
Yeah, because
the
I loaded one, but I think there was some problems, so I updated some things, right? All right. Regarding the date, the date is for tomorrow, right? It's not for today,
Okay.
right? So because some students thought that they had to submit the test today, and you will have until here it says 5 p.m., but I postponed it until midnight, right? So you have tomorrow the
Okay.
whole day, and today the rest of the day, right?
Okay.
Plagiarism is not allowed, just in case. I know that you are not going to plagiarize, but the thing is how you can avoid plagiarism.
Okay.
Plagiarism can be avoided just citing the sources that you are using, right? So try to cite everything that you are, the sources that you're using in order to avoid plagiarism, right?
Okay.
I don't know if you have any other question or something.
No, nothing else. It was
All right.
just about the partner and the same essay.
All right. In case you have any questions or something, you can send me an email, right? And I will try to answer back as soon as possible. But please not after 8 p.m., right?
Oh, okay.
All right, because I'll be in a meeting at that time, so until 8, that's all right. All right?
Okay. Yes. Okay,
Okay.
Mr. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much and enjoy the day and take care.
Thank you.
See you next week. Bye bye.
See you.
See you.